part, of course, of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, with the top 4 seeds a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the Florida State Seminoles. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. So the Oregon Ducks offense trots out there to open this game. Of course, the home of the Cotton Bowl in modern times has become AT&T Stadium, a massive yet somehow intimate setting. And Kirk, this, of course, is where the first championship game of the playoff era was played.
Well, who could forget that? When Ohio State took care of Oregon to win the national championship for Urban Meyer. And this game, like you said, I think it just seems to get bigger and bigger in this setting. The pressure these players feel. Let's see who can handle that the best today.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
On the opening drive, they face a tough 3rd and 7 here. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
The Ducks will have to kick it away. And this drive moves backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, and he's got some space here. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. So Florida State's offense gets their first crack now. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Good enough for first down yardage.
Boy, another first down and another good run by this back from Florida State. I tell you, he's doing his job as far as living up to the great tradition of Florida State running backs.
And in first down, they go right back to him. Fighting off the defender. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off.
The offensive line is so caught up in communicating to pick up the defensive lineman, nobody picks up the middle linebacker on the blitz. He gets the sack.
Looking to throw. It's Kromenhoek. The pocket breaking down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Well, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there. Had great protection. The receiver ran a nice route. Just not able to convert there on that 3rd down. Let's see what their decision is on 4th down coming up.
Ball lands at the 5. It doesn't check up. Bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? Running with purpose. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
Nice job here by this back picking up a first down and living up to the legacy that they have in Eugene. There have been so many good backs. I mean, the list goes on and on, but right off the top of my head, you're going to start with Kenyon Barner and Michael James and throw in DeAnthony Thomas. What a golden era it was for the Oregon Ducks when it came to running backs. They're still trying to live up to that to this day.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. And he'll set up to throw. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
Comes the Florida State offense on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Quarterback lost track of the play clock, and that'll cost the offense 5. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a first and goal.
Love to see an aggressive mindset following sudden change. The quick strike here. The defense barely has a chance to even get set up and get established before they have to deal with it.
Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Seminoles. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's McClellan. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in a fumble, and that set up a touchdown. So they got to bounce back from that right away. The shotgun handoff here. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and the run fits on that play.
Getting set. Here's second down. Quick throw. Catch made on the out route. Oh, and he goes down after a short gain. That's not enough for the first down.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
And the Ducks will bring their punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And they've got the returner Corral. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground.
Look, I really properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looking downfield, it's Kromenhoek. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
We'll see if the offense can overcome that sack. Second and long. From the shotgun, drops back. Pressure comes, and once again, no escape.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, Chris, is people like to say this is an obvious passing situation. It's really hard to vary things up and confuse the defense. This time, the defensive line just came right in, expecting the pass, and blew up the play.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Looking for his big tight end. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield.
Boy, they get some big yards here on third down, but they're still going to be short. So to bring up a fourth down and a big decision for this offense.
Well, they need 8 yards on fourth down to keep this drive going. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a fourth down stop.
Oh, my gosh, a drop pass here on this fourth down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a first down, and he dropped it.
And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
First down sack pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. Dropping back. It's Moore. Running back has it on a screen now. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver. But there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now, you're looking at a third down.
He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. But how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They'll run it from the gun. Defense will make the stop, and will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. As we break for the quarter, Kirk, Florida State is on top. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. We expect the teams to have worked through some of the nerves of this playoff game as we begin the second quarter. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Catch made on the right side. And that gained enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48.
Another great throw by this quarterback to be able to pick up the first down and keep this drive alive. I'll tell you, he's starting to kind of feel like he's getting into a zone. And boy, Chris, over the years, how many Florida State quarterbacks have we seen get in that zone? Guys like Chris Wenke and Jameis Winston, Charlie Ward. Man, so many good signal callers that have played at FSU.
Dropping back, it's Kromenhoek. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield.
Boy, great defensive linemen not only have the ability to get upfield to rush the quarterback, but that instinct to recognize a screen pass. Good job of sensing it and making a play.
Here's the second down play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. A short completion to the tight end. Big play. Moves the ball all the way to the plus 35.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
The Noles look to keep this drive moving. And they'll use the ground game here. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
The coach decides no field goal attempt. The offense is out there to go for it on 4th down. On the ground, it's Davis. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs.
Well, these are the kind of situations you practice every week. You got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before countless times, and it shows.
He'll hand it off. Just runs through a man. A mismatch. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Bringing it out, it's McClellan. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Gonna run it. It's Brown. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain. The Ducks will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Here's the handoff. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
To the air, it's Moore. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Tackle right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks. The Ducks will line up on 1st and 10. Ball handed off. That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
That sack makes it 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now.
The offense has a big play here, but they really put themselves in a hole on 1st and 2nd down. That's why they've needed to try to play catch-up. They get some great yards there on 3rd down, but it's still 4th down. Can they pick up the first?
And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Let's see how this offense plays this. They try to get some more points for the half or play it more conservative. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Fires it to the wideout. And is intercepted. Look out, he's got some space. Touchdown, Oregon. And the defense adds 6 from the interception return.
Man, the key there is the defender gets his hands on the football, just knocks it up in the air. At that point, it's a free ball. Anybody can get it. But the concentration to come down with the interception and then the speed to be able to take it into the end zone. Just great focus and concentration.
Make the extra point, cut the lead to 14-7. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get us top and preserve that momentum. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after going a pick 6 last time out here. A little over 20 seconds left here in the first half. They'll come up on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Kromenhoek. Running out of time in the pocket. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
The ball is picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space and recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So on second down, they'll try out the field goal unit, trying to get them before halftime. And it's good right down the middle.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. Return to pick 6. Touchdown, Ducks.
Just a tough spot to be as a quarterback. He feels the pressure. He wants to get rid of the ball. But you can see what can happen when the pressure gets to that quarterback right in his face. The ball is up in the air. The defense is able to come down with it, not only for an interception, but they get a touchdown themselves.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The PAT puts them up 3. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it off to begin the second half. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They've got to get things going here. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. First play of the second half is a handoff. It's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane. Pick up some positive yards here on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Scanning the field. It's Kromenhoek. Looking to scramble now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Trying to find room. It's Davis.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And the single back takes the handoff. Powering right past the defender. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. The Seminoles lining up here on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. On the run, he'll let it go. He's got his man in the open field. Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal right there.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
First and goal, handoff. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
Well, the defense is locked in on this running back, and for good reason. He's already scored a couple touchdowns. If I'm the offensive coordinator, give it to him one more time. Let him make it a hat trick.
Another handoff to him on 2nd and goal. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. An important 3rd down and goal now. Looking to throw. It's Kromenhoek. Caught near the goal line. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there. Big versus big.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that first down.
Touchdown, Florida State. And they will claim the second half lead. So with playoff pressure, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. The last possession, they settled for 3. Let's see if they can reach the end zone this time. First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. The sure hands. It's Brown.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Coming up.
Pass caught. 2nd down now. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. And he'll just lob this pass into the middle of the field. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And the Ducks will crank up the tempo.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Makes the catch. It's Casper. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Ducks are looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oregon.
Well, that's just textbook right there. Great timing and recognition by the quarterback. Great route by this receiver. He gave a nice stem to the outside before he went to the post. Perfect timing, tough to defend, and an easy touchdown for this offense.
And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT puts them up 3. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. Second down play now coming up.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Looking to pass. It's Kromenhoek. Good throw to the left. It's complete. What a grab near the... It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
My gosh, this receiver is outstanding. A huge play for this Florida State offense. And tell you and I have been coming into Tallahassee a long time. We've seen some great receivers. Guys like Johnny Wilson, most recently, a big, tall target. Anquan Bolden could do everything. Maybe one of my favorite players of all time, Peter Warrick. And going back to Fred Biletnikoff, played, of course, in Florida State.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
This quarterback's got to be so frustrated. He's got an open receiver. He makes a good throw with a good route from his intended target, but this defensive back makes a heck of a play on the ball and knocks it away.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long, their own 41. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he dumps it off to the tight end. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring out 4th down. The ball near midfield. No punting team. The offense is going for it. needs a completion here on 4th down. Extending the play now. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Looking to pass. It's Kromenhoek. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
And this one is caught. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. 3rd down play now, trying to keep this impressive drive going. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a 1st down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. Sitting in a pretty good spot as we wrap up the 3rd quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game stats while we have a chance. As we head to the 4th, we could be in store for a classic finish. A spot in the next round of the college football playoff is at stake. And the long drive continues. The offense pushing the ball down the field. Fires it on the move. And he pulls in the catch. Down quickly after the catch, but the ball at the 14 sets up the red zone opportunity now. And the Noles come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking for a gap, it's Davis.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. The back's got it. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal. And the Seminoles come up to the line in a hurry-up. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Seminoles. They jump in front here in the 4th. That's another touchdown for this running back. They can't stop him. Dream performance in this playoff game.
Yeah, this is going to be a performance we're going to be talking about for a long time. I just love watching because he's doing it in so many different ways. We've seen speed. We've seen his physicality. He's breaking tackles. Boy, just an absolute dream scenario, as you said.
So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly to the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. The tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. Gabe moves the ball to the 43. 1st down coming up.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
Tackle is made. That's a short gain, well short of the marker. 2nd down after that previous play.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Back to throw. It's Moore. He cannot escape. Defense with a sack.
If I'm on this offensive line, man, I would not want to look at the game film after their performance today.
It's almost like they've been moonwalking backwards the entire game, getting pushed all around by this defensive front. Chris, they've already given up 6 sacks alone in this game.
Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go.
And the sophomore making an impact play.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle the pressure of this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of, Chris, get this, 7 sacks in this game so far.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. And the game moves the ball to the 20-yard line.
What a game for this offense at the line of scrimmage. They've been able to enjoy really the tempo going their way because they've been able to run the football. This guy now has 98 yards rushing, a couple more, and he'll be in triple digits. What a great day for him.
They'll ride the back again here. Not much on that play, brought down short.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continually keep
airing this one out toward the sideline. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
Boy, questionable call there on 3rd down. I know they don't convert, but why not run the ball? Keep the clock moving, especially working with the lead in the 4th quarter. Now you got a big decision here on 4th down and short.
The Noles will line up to punt it away. We're going to kick it away for the 2nd time. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. The returner is brought down. Gets it started with the next drive. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. The last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Graham behind the line. It's Brown. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All he could do is throw it to his back, and loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
Looking for the wide out. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. That's a big gain, finally brought down near the 37.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
When they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
We reach the 2-minute warning now. Can this offense come away with a late comeback victory? Pressure moment for the quarterback. We'll see if he can stay calm and collected. Down a score late in the game. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Oh, that's not good. They didn't move the football an inch. And more importantly, look at the precious time it's ticking off this clock. They better pick up the pace if they're going to win this game.
Crucial play here. They go to the air. The tight end has got it. Heads out of bounds after running for the 1st down to keep this scoring threat alive. Serious pressure now for the defense. The Ducks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. To throw, it's Moore. Looking to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
Well, that defender deserves the game ball for that game-sealing play. Now, all there is to do is run out the clock and walk out of here with a W.
And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. So it's still a 1-possession game. The offense would love to work the clock here, but they can't take their foot off the gas. only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll hand it off. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Finally brought down to the 12. An explosive play puts him in great scoring position. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The Seminoles trying to cash in here in the red zone. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Coming to the line on 2nd down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
You know, they try to run the football here, and they're unable to get that first down. The clock does keep moving. The big question now is 3rd down. What do you do? Keep it on the ground again, or roll the dice, throw the football, knowing an incompletion, the clock will stop.
Looks like the quarterback will just take a knee here. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.